Breaking news, Uji Senjata Nuklir Ratifikasi Larangan Ancam Cabut Rusia. Putin's and Kremlin officials' comments have been taken as evidence that Russia is seriously considering whether or not to ratify an agreement prohibiting the use of nuclear weapons anywhere in the world. Russia appears to be on the verge of abandoning the nuclear test ban treaty. This intention was disclosed by Russian delegate Mikhail Ulyanov on October 6, 2023, at the Vienna headquarters of the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty Organization, CTBTO. Ulyanov breaks the news via the X social media platform. Russia plans to withdraw from the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, which it signed in 2000, the country announced on Twitter. The point is to establish cordial relations with the American parties to the aforementioned pact, but not to ratify it. A desire to continue nuclear testing is not implied by a Putin, he said. Several groups, led by Washington, have warned that this strategy will undermine global tatnin regarding nuclear testing. Although 187 countries have signed on to the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty and 178 have ratified it, the treaty will not go into effect until a set number of those countries also sign on and ratify it. China, the Middle East, Iran, and Israel have all signaled their support, but none have yet ratified it. South Korea, India, and Pakistan have yet to sign on as members. Meanwhile, the United States has acknowledged the agreement but has not ratified it. Read also, Washington demands Moscow make nuclear spy case transparent. Since 1992, the United States has enforced a moratorium on conducting nuclear weapons tests. The U.S. Department of State issued a statement saying, "We are troubled by statements made by Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in Vienna today. There is no need for any nation to violate international regulations that prohibit the testing of nuclear weapons materials by saying things like Lenka Saperti ini yang dilakukan oleh negara pihak mana pun tidak perlu membahayakan norma global yang menentang uji coba bahan peledak nuklir." The United States has warned Russia against using rhetoric like this, which includes bringing up the issue of arms control in an effort to intimidate other countries. Washington appears to recognize that Moscow's rhetoric is an effort to prevent other countries, including the United States, from sending aid to the Ukrainian government. Executive Director of the CTBTO Robert Floyd said, "It will be very embarrassing if there is a nuclear weapon state that is considering re-ratifying the CTBT." Floyd was referring to the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty Organization. Floyd claims that ever since the CTBTO was founded, the Russian Federation has consistently pledged its strong support. Russia assisted in drafting this treaty at the 1996 Senjata Nuklir Conference, and then ratified it on the conference's opening day, September 24. In June of 2000, Russia ratified the CTBT. After Russian President Vladimir Putin said that Moscow could reconsider abandoning its ratification of the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, Ulyanov's statement leaked. Russian President Vladimir Putin opened the possibility of a nuclear test on Friday, October 5, 2023. This statement follows several statements made by Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov and Russia's top lawmaker, Vyacheslav Volodin, on Wednesday, June 10, 2023. Dr. Nuclear. Putin stated that Russian nuclear doctrine need not be revised. This Russian doctrine addresses the many rules and prerequisites that must be met before the Russian president can press the nuclear button. Putin has not explained whether or not Moscow requires a nuclear test. Biasanya, Katapara Ali, Senjata baru perlu dipastikan bahwa hulu ledak spesial akan berfungsi tanpa kegagalan, said a person. You may also want to read the DPR's efforts to validate the lifting of nuclear weapons ban. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said that his country may reconsider ratifying the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, CTBT, because the United States has yet to do so, despite having signed on to the treaty. The purpose of this ratification push is to bring Russia and the United States to the same position with regard to the CTBT. Dmitry Peskov, the Kremlin's chief spokesman, said, "Don't take this as an intention to conduct nuclear tests." Putin and Volodin's comments are seen as evidence that Russia is seriously considering whether or not to ratify the agreement. Vyacheslav Volodin, a prominent Russian lawmaker, later said that the Russian parliament, or Duma, could quickly decide whether or not to ratify the treaty in question. Putin and Volodin's comments have been taken as evidence that Russia is seriously considering whether or not to ratify the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. There are currently around 5.889 nuclear warheads in Russia, 5.244 in the United States, 410 in China, 290 in France, and 225 in Britain. Russia's federation has consistently expressed strong support for the CTBTO since its inception. Russia helped smooth out the kinks in the treaty so that it could be signed on the opening day, September 24, 1996. Latest scams. It was made in the middle of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, according to the available evidence. On Friday, a Russian naval strike force destroyed a popular cafe in the Ukrainian coastal village of Desa. On Wednesday, 52 people were killed in a terrorist attack. The next day, Russia attacked Kharkiv again, destroying its entire 10-year-old population and its Nenek on Jumit. The two victims were in the midst of sleeping at home when the attack happened. Damage from a Peluru Kendali attack on Jumit damaged BGBGN and Palabuhin facilities in the Odessa region of southeastern Ukraine. Read also, Russia sends troops to the Ukraine. Antonio Guterres, the Secretary General of the Organization of the Islamic Conference, OIC, condemned the attack. International humanitarian law prohibits attacks on civilians and civilian infrastructure in a state of emergency. Dmitry Peskov, the Kremlin's chief spokesman, has said that Russia has been attacking military infrastructure, troop concentrations, and military leadership but has avoided hitting soft targets. However, this attack targeted human settlement areas as well as energy, defense, farming, and water infrastructure, causing a large number of residents to flee in fear.